talking with Greg Coward, another RideSmart student, and actually one of the original members. Greg, how long have you been riding?
15 years.
15 years? And what type of bike are you currently riding?
I'm riding an FJR today or a Harley on other days. Road Glide.
Road Glide? When you first attended the class, what were you riding?
Road Glide.
Okay. How long have you been riding that particular bike?
Been riding a Road Glide for about 8 to 10 years.
And your skill level on that bike when you first started, how did you feel?
Not very comfortable.
Okay. Is that why you decided to attend the class?
That's why I found you.
There you go.
That's why I found you, because I was not comfortable. I could ride, but I didn't trust myself, didn't believe in what I was doing.
So when you came out to the class and saw the patterns set up, there was a little bit of anticipation of, can I do this or not?
Yeah, a lot of apprehension, a lot. And I'm not even just saying after I started, I wasn't even sure I could still do it when we started doing the class, but well, it got easier as we went through.
We've seen the videos of your bike, and it does look like that it has some extras on there, so it's not your just run-of-the-mill. Did you notice that some of that benefited you or held you back a little bit?
I think knowing when you're driving a CVO, number one, the expense of possibly dropping it does concern you because repairs are not inexpensive. There's a few uniquenesses when you're running a 110 motor. It wants to run a little faster, a little hotter, a little more work to control it at slow speeds. Well, but it is something you can do.
Absolutely, that's what I was going to ask you. With all that being said, were you able to complete the courses?
I was able to do it with a lot of assistance.
So, have you had any other training prior to the RideSmart?
The only other training I've taken was the basic rider class that I would suggest every person that ever rides a motorcycle take, but it is basic. But even if you think you know how to ride, you may not. Well,
we covered the same fundamentals of the throttle, brake, and clutch. Just take it to the next level, and that would benefit you in the turns and the street riding.
Right.
Did you notice any of the changes in your riding style once you completed the class?
Once I completed the class, spent a little time practicing on my own, you get to the point of being more confident in your abilities and trusting the skills will come through and you can use them. But there is a learning curve. You can't just take the class, walk off, and expect that you're going to be a pro. You will have skills. You will have all the skills you need. Whether you practice them or not and maintain them, I would say, is something different.
So you're a firm believer in practicing?
Practice probably once a week.
Fantastic.
No more than 20, 30 minutes, even if it's just in my driveway or on the way home from a ride. I find a parking lot. I practice a few of the moves. If I'm not feeling it that day, I go on home because there's no sense in continuing going downhill if you're not feeling it that day.
Has it changed your riding styles at all?
Tremendously. I feel more comfortable. I feel more confident. I take turns and at a different angle than I ever did before. When I hit gravel, I don't get scared. It still, I think, concern any seasoned rider, but you have confidence. You know what you're going to do at that moment in time, and trust your skills. It's taken a normal riding ability of what I think I had into something that made riding even more fun, a lot more fun. And when you pull into a parking lot at a convenience store and you're not concerned you're going to dump it, slow riding is probably one of the hardest things to do. Anybody can go fast.
Thanks.
That's usually my riding partner. He's usually on the back of my bike, and we could fill in those words.
Not the front facing you?
No, he's not usually on the tank. He's behind me.
I noticed you went
extra weight is very difficult. Extra weight is very difficult.
Makes the wheelies great. Well, I noticed that you went with a totally different style of bike as your secondary bike. Can you tell us why?
My Vespa?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was motorcycle.
That's a different style.
Yeah.
It's something different, and you warned me that different. The skills are the same. The way you implement them are a little different. It's a little quicker. You have to be a little quicker on this bike to drive it, I guess, if you will, or ride it. It's a little more nimble and it's shorter, so you can turn a corner a lot quicker, but you can also get there a lot quicker. So you better be ready. It's a whole different kind of riding. A whole different kind.
Well, that's what RideSmart tries to do. Is the fundamentals are the same no matter what machine you happen to be on, but obviously there's going to be a difference on how the bike handles. So do you feel like that you're more comfortable now on an FJR?
I'm more comfortable on a, yes. I was always scared of sport bikes. I thought they were extremely fast. I didn't know how you rode one. They didn't appear to be that comfortable. It's comfortable, but it's sure no laid back Harley or Victory or Goldwing. That's a different position, but I'm not scared of the bike like I was.
So
And
you
I
feel,
would have been before the class. I know I was.
so you feel confident in taking either one of your bikes through the course?
Any day of the week.
Fantastic.
Any day of the week. I would suggest it for anybody, because you may think you know how to ride, and you probably do, but come out and take the class and show yourself whether you can or can't. You can always take the bags off your bike if you're concerned about it. You can put insulation on your bike. You can protect it every which way. If you're going to fall over, which I did in my CVO Harley, you're falling over at 4 miles an hour. You're most likely just going to basically park it and then have to get somebody else to pick it up. Unless you're Dick Army, and if the phone rings, you just answer the phone, and then if it's appropriate, get off your bike with or without the kickstand down and just continue talking to an important individual like the president or something, because that's important.
So you're saying distractions can happen at any time?
At any given time, and it's nice to have friends like yourself to help you pick up your bike. When you're a senior statesman like Mr. Army, you can just leave your bike wherever you please.
Well, one of the topics at RideSmart that I noticed in their brochure was learning how to pick up a bike. So
that is true.
one of
Dick
the methods
likes
is to have somebody else. Yes, have friends
I
do it.
personally like that myself.
That is part
friends,
of the training curriculum.
It's tough for some people. I have to pay for most of my friends, but it's But Dick has a very unique way. Oh yeah, and by the
Greg,
way,
we really appreciate you coming out here for the.
This is the only class I've ever been to where the instructor pays you. It's phenomenal.
Does anybody have a wrench?
What type?
Well,